Hi, my name is Mustafa. I'm the managing partner of Tech Ventures. We are Microsoft Dynamics partners. So today we're going to discuss about the landed cost functionality that is available in Business Central. Um, Landed cost, what exactly the landed cost is. So your additional cost in order to bring inventories to your warehouse um, includes like your transportation, your insurance, your freight, maybe your handling charges, sometimes your taxes, your custom duties, your clearing agent fee. A lot of components are required to become the part of the primary cost of an item. So the total cost is called the landed cost. Um, it requires, as per IS2 inventories, which says that the cost of purchase includes taxes, transport, and handling. So your taxes usually are irrecoverable taxes. So those taxes which you cannot recover, like for example, when you have VAT. So if you have input VAT and you recover that input VAT in your through your output VAT, so those taxes should not be part of your landed cost. So you need to check with your customer or your local requirements in order to see what are your components to be part of your landed cost. So landed cost comes when there's a procurement cycle. So we're gonna go with a very typical procurement cycle in Business Central. We're gonna create a purchase order. We're gonna release that purchase order. We're gonna process the receipts, process the landed cost, process invoices, and close the purchase order. So let's see how in Business Central it works. So I have a sample environment, Cronus company I have. I'm gonna create a new purchase order for our item called power bank. So I'm just gonna go in a purchase orders. I'm gonna select the vendor. My vendor is Fabricam. So let's say the invoice number is this one. I'm gonna select my item called power bank. It's 1012. So let's say I'm gonna buy this item at my east location, and I'm gonna need, let's say, 10 quantity. I'm gonna price. I'm gonna provide my direct cost or my unit price. Let's say it $80. So this is my direct cost. This does not include my landed cost or my freight or clearing charges. And this particular cost is being like services provided by another vendor, not my primary vendor, that is Fabricam. So it could be another vendor. So I'm just gonna release the purchase order, and I'm gonna process my receiving. So I'm just gonna receive it. So I have just posted my product receipt for my item power bank at the location east for my purchase order. Now, in order to receive these items at my warehouse, I have spent around $200 to bring this inventory at my warehouse. So I'm just gonna create a new purchase invoice for that particular landed cost. So I'm gonna click new. Select my vendor. So it's not my normal vendor, that's Fabricam. It's first up consultants, let's say, who have given me the clearing or transportation services. Um, the difference between the normal purchase invoice and the landed cost is that the item type has to be item charge. So I'm going to select my charge item. I'm going to select, let's say, the freight services has been provided by this particular vendor. I'm going to select it. I'm going to put the location, let's say east, quantity as 1. And let's say $200 has been spent in order to bring this inventory to my warehouse. Okay, as soon as I put over here, you can see I have, let's say I'm gonna make it like non-taxable. Let's see if it works. Yeah. I'm gonna go in line, related information, and item charge assignment. So this particular function allocate $200 cost on my shipment. So I'm gonna click item charge assignment. I'm gonna click item charge and click get receipt lines. Now over here I can search, let's say, power bank. So it's gonna give me my receipt since I have only one receipt. So you can search by receipt, you can search by vendor, you can search by item number. So I'm just gonna click it. Okay, so you have one receiving over here. You can see that the assignable quantity is 1 and the amount is 200. So I can, since it's only one line, so you can allocate multiple shipments on, you can allocate like multiple shipments with these invoices. If you have multiple receivings, you can allocate them using the item chart assignment. So as soon as I click it, the entire 100% will be allocated on this particular shipment. So I'm going to close it. I'm just going to go and post it. So this process has allocated my shipment cost to my item power bank. If you want to look at the invoice, so in this case, I don't want to look at the invoice. I'm going to go in my purchase order, which I have created for the power bank. I believe this is the one. Yeah. And I'm gonna invoice this one as well. So it doesn't matter, like since I received it and I processed the landed cost and I'm processing the invoice after that, it doesn't matter. If you invoice it first and then you process the landed cost, it depends entirely on your requirement or scenario. So let's say I'm gonna invoice it in full. I'm gonna say no. Okay, now I'm gonna jump into the item directly and see what is the cost that has been allocated to this particular item. So I'm gonna search for it. Let's say power bank. So this is my item. I can see my quantity on hand is 10 and the unit cost is 100. Despite that, I have purchased this item from my primary vendor for $80, but since I had the freight charges, which need to be directly allocated to my this particular item, so the cost has been raised to 200. If I click this quantity on hand, I can see the further details. Even if I click this cost amount actual, I can see the details how this particular cost has been brought into from 800 to 1000. You can see more details on that. These are the value entries. So if I sell this item, the cost of goods sold will be booked for $100 per unit, not for $80. So thank you for watching, and we're gonna bring more videos to you for more functional capabilities of Business Central. Thank you very much.